Hello, welcome to EPG Pathshala, and I am Dr. Sunil from librarian working at SDM Institute for Management Development, Mysore. Today I am here to share the unit on application of social media for libraries. Social media is the way the world interact, share information and have the web presence today. In literature, we have Facebook, Twitter, My Library, and other social media tools which are extemporally explained how these tools are used in libraries for reference services, alert services, make it more interactive and informative in the current day generation. So, we have to be move towards librarian 2.0 to in this era. When we attempt to get our libraries or organizations to have social media presence, we should have a clear understanding what it brings along with it. Let it be the user use or misuse, merits and demerits, advantages or disadvantages which it brings. And also further, we should be aware about the requirements, responsibility and commitment we should have in implementing social media for our libraries. With this conceptual understanding, this unit has been designed with the following objective. After completing this unit, we will be able to have a holistic understanding social media tools and its implementation for library services. Get a picture about library services offered using suitable social media tools with suitable examples and live case studies. Understand the concept of OPAC 2.0 and application of discovery tools. And finally, we will get an idea about the plan of action for using social media in libraries. Before getting into the main objectives which we have laid down for this unit, let us discuss what is social media and what is Web 2.0. Let us adopt the definition formed by Kaplan and Henlin about social media. The social media, they explain it as a group of internet-based applications that build on an ideological and technological foundation of Web 2.0, which allow the creation and exchange of user-generated content. Henlin and Kaplan have categorized these social media tools into 6 categories: communication, collaborative content building, multimedia sharing, review and opinions, entertainment and monitoring. This categorization is based on the presence they have, the role they play, the service they provide and for which they have been implemented in a web-based environment. Social media is called social for a reason. It enables information exchange and give direct access to our peer group for a person or a customer user, for an organization or a library. Social media can make many different forms, including internet forms, weblog, social blog, microblogging, wikis, podcast, pictures, video rating, and social book rating. Stephen Abraham says, Librarian 2.0 is the guru of information age. Paul Miller, in his work Web 2.0 Building the New Library, says, libraries should seize the every opportunity to challenge these perceptions and to push their genuinely valuable content, service and expertise out to place where people might stand to benefit from them. Now, it's time to understand what computer and internet has introduced to our users and to our library, and finally to our profession as a whole. We should ask ourselves, are we technologically and culturally ready for these changes? And these demands for us, the librarians, to know about technology, its implications, its applications and user behavior. So, now let us go to the very objective of this unit about application of social media in libraries. The 6 categories which has been mentioned by Henlin and Kaplan. For each of these 6 categories, we will identify a social media tool which can be applicable in our libraries and take it as a case study for study. In communication, we will introduce to you Facebook. In collaborative content building, we will be introducing Drupal, the content management system. For multimedia sharing, we will be discussing on YouTube and Flickr. Review and opinion. In entertainment, we will discuss about gaming in library, and in finally on monitoring, we will touch upon Facebook Insight, YouTube Analytics and Web Analytics. Communication. Communication type consider those sites which are the way many people connect and interact online today. We use this tool to connect with friends, strangers, groups and interactive communities. Members sends messages, post comment and or photo or image and video, express views, votes and polls have been conducted on these communication tools, and finally which are listed under subcategory of social media networking. Facebook, founded by Mark Zuckerberg, was with his college classmates in the Harvard University as a project. Now it has gained a momentum where the Facebook is adopted as a media or a channel for exchange of information and collaboration. The Facebook has been used for the following activities: instant messaging system to answer the user queries over a chat, which help to attend the user reference services, and further which will help to attend beyond the working hours or the library hours. Developing user databases, by using Facebook to create a group. Libraries may have a student's profile under different categories. Event postings, we can use the Facebook, and posting photographs, whatever the events we have in our institution or a library, we can post the photographs, create a photo gallery in Facebook and share it with our peer group or with the student community or user community. Finally, we can have the most importantly, we can provide news to our users. You can create a Google alert system using Google alerts on based on a user opinion or the news or about the institutions or an organization, and the same information can be shared on this Facebook to reach out to the community. We can have a blogging service, and finally the effective usage of Facebook is to provide an alert services. You can provide alert service about the journal content sharing, about an article, about the publication of a faculty and which are shared on an institution or a repository, or any other information which is viable for the community is shared through Facebook. In this category, if you look into it, we have come out with a case study of New York Public Library, which has used Facebook effectively for these services. The University of Queensland Library have made it as a Facebook for the academic activities. Friends, let us move on to the second category in this section, that is collaborative content building. In this collaborative content building, we will be introducing you the content management system Drupal, which is an open source software. In this collaborative content building system, we are introducing 2 case studies. One is Harvard Library and another one is the Drupal sample web page which has been created for library. In this type, let us learn about the content management system, as it is much used social media tool for organizing and disseminating content. A content management system is equipped with the add-on social media tool which allow user for publishing, editing and modifying the content. Drupal was released as an open source content in 2001. Till date, it is one of the effective content management system which is implemented, adopted and used across the world in many of the organizations. Drupal has the capacity to help libraries in resource discovery, promotion, education and advancement. It can also put a cohesive interface on information coming from different slots like catalog, digital collection, blogs, calendar, websites and other information resources which resides in different pockets of information repository. Integration with social media and other is the key tool in Drupal. Request for feedback on library service or resources, the polling, the rating of a system, the effective building of a library website, integration, interoperable of institutional repository and digital library services, interacting the OPAC and other key resources into the main website are the key add-on module which can be exploited using Drupal. Now, let us move on to the much discussed and much debated in the literature of library with respect to social media, that is multimedia sharing. In this category, we will let us learn about YouTube as a case study in understanding what multimedia social media tools can do for our library. Here, we will be introducing the YouTube gallery, digital gallery or a video gallery which we can term of Library of Congress and MMU library services. The multimedia resources like presentations, PPTs which is created on many platforms like Microsoft PowerPoint or Prezi or any other tool, video which may be a movie clip or a YouTube video or a processed video or a guest lecture which has been captured in your institute event can be shared, or an audio file can be shared using through creating a YouTube video gallery. How we can bring YouTube into our library? Here are some of the tips which you can introduce YouTube into your library. Developing a digital video library. The videos supporting the course curriculum and the teaching pedagogy can be identified from YouTube and aggregated on a single web page. Such aggregations will help the teaching community to a great extent. You can introduce to your community much or most popular downloaded video. The library website may share the most downloaded video relevant to the celebration, let it be a World Book Day, Environmental Day, Father Day, Mother Day, etc., to build awareness about the celebration and importance. The Library of Congress account in YouTube has a well organized video resources in this aspect. Training videos are the extensive videos which has been used in the current day generation. The YouTube is known for having good collection of training videos on application of software, user education, guides and tutorials, supportive videos in this regard. You can integrate these informative videos into your OPAC, create a bibliographical information onto this, and you can make it searchable through OPAC which can be linked together. Uploading institutional videos. Institutional repository or the institutional videos where the guest lectures, the invited talks, annual leadership series are taken or recorded dies the natural die with the CDs only. What you can do is you can have a create a video gallery of these rich resources in YouTube and have a digital video gallery in your YouTube account and you can share. Friends, now let us move on to the review and opinion category. The user review and opinion are the core information for creating blueprint for any library services. This helps in decision making and to take the social media services further and reshape it as per the user need. Social media tools have inbuilt features to capture the reviews and opinions from the community. Mouthshut.com for product reviews, Yahoo Answers, AskWilly and Wiki Answers for the community question and answers are the available tools to capture the reviews of your users and the entire community. The exhaustive survey conducted to have the community feedback from these resources will help you to take decisions on different services you have offered to your user group. Now, let us move on to the another next category, entertainment. Libraries always look for ways to reach beyond their traditional pattern base to reach more users. Apart from the research, reference and research reaching information, libraries are also place for recreation and social value, which create community gathering, socialization and cultural environment or enrichment. Here, the environment is the key. To give an experience of virtual world, we can introduce to our user active world or second life. Here, we can also you should also provide access to healthy and non-controversial entertainment tools like games, storytelling and cultural events too. Providing these services through social media is both cost effective and user effective. Game sharing like Sim Online, Miniclip, etc. are the most widely used games portals in libraries. Second Life brings a new life or a new experience to the user community, and it gives a break from the academic research and arena or a time. Friends, now let us move on to the last category, monitoring. In every aspect in our service or administration, we have to stop and turn back and examine ourselves, our activities and our administrative procedures, and examine and monitor and say whether we are doing right or wrong. In the same manner, these monitoring tools will greatly help to revisit the services or the activities which we are performing using social media tools. These tools will help us to evaluate our own self and our services and the effectiveness of the services among the user community. Social media tools are inbuilt with certain analytical tools. The Facebook Insight, Yahoo Analytics, YouTube Analytics, Drupal reports are certainly add a great value to our decision making ability. Authenticity, StatSit, OSCO are some of the data synchronizing tools which help to get the data analyzed and the statistical report data for our decision making in continuing the services, effectiveness of the services or remodeling the services and restructuring the entire system we are offering for our user community. Here, Facebook Insight and YouTube Analytics are explained in depth in this unit. So, friends, with this we have discussed the 6 major categories which Kaplan and Enlin has discussed in their work and which we have adopted in this unit to build an awareness about what are the tools and techniques and the social media tools which can be brought in to our library service activities. Now, let us move on to the next objective about implementation. Friends, as I introduced you in my introductory part of this unit, I have told you that social media tools brings the responsibility, commitment and adherence to the best practices when we bring these social media tools in our library services. What implementation demands? As I told you, it is the responsibility, commitment and adherence to best practices. Further, update on technology and tools. It is the most demanded activity or the phrase which we have to have when we bring social media into our library services. Due diligence in selection of the tools and services, a perfect strategic planning for implementing, a clear-cut market plan to market the services which we are offering to our users, and finally, a continuous evaluation of and review. We have to keep every check to evaluate how effectively these social media based services are reaching the users and reaching the entire community. And based on the results of we got from this introspection or the monitoring, we have to restructure or the rephrase or rebound and the entire services and offer to the user community. Now we have a clear cut idea what social media tools can offer to the library to offer effective services. Now, let us move on to OPAC 2.0. Friends, as we all know, in an integrated library system, which is we say a technological backbone of the entire of our library services, OPAC is the only module which is developed keeping user in mind. The OPAC has drastic development. We have seen the drastic development in OPAC right from 1980, in which the year it has been introduced to the user community. OPAC as a distinct module of integrated library system has made appearance substantially in the mid-90s. The OPAC basically fulfilled two functions: locating the document and identifying the resources we have in our database. OPAC has its importance as the window to access information about library collection, support administration in housekeeping activities and services, presentation layer to the user community, and finally, it is the user centric operation layer for the entire services we offer in our library. We expect that library OPAC should be a user centric and not the librarian centric. OPAC 2.0 is the evolved or a matured library search term in search window for OPAC. It should possess a certain basic features like sophisticated searching technology, relevancy ranking, faceted search, user participation for tagging, review, comments, link, polling, interaction with library with chat, instant message, interaction with other web resources like Amazon, Google, etc. for information enhancing, and dynamic for interoperable standard. All these three features make a OPAC, a monolithic OPAC, a dynamic OPAC 2.0. So, friends, let us understand what makes OPAC a OPAC 2.0. It is nothing but a discovery layer which sits onto the existing OPAC and bring all the information resources which resides on several pockets, integrate it and make it searchable on a common platform. The discovery layer is a layer which is superimposed on the existing OPAC, making it OPAC 2.0. The key feature we expect in discovery layer are design and layout, single search box, integration of database, search result categorization, catalog display, spell checking and leading, interaction with library housekeeping module, user participation, alert services, implementation and support, and adherence to standards for information exchange. These are the criteria which we have to look into any discovery layer before adopting to our library. In this category, friends, we are introducing two open source discovery layers. One is VU Find, which is Villanova University Find, which is a product of Villanova University, which has been offered to the library science community on an open source platform. And another one is Library Find, which is offered by Oregon State University. As per the literature study, we found Villanova University product VU Find is been extensively used in developed countries. So, friends, so we at the end of this unit, we have introduced what social media tool can bring in change in our the way we provide service or offer service to the user community. So, the user centric module in any integrated library system, the OPAC 2.0 is the main module where we can bring in the social media tools and offer to our user community. To conclude, I always say to my students, we are not part of the problem, but we are part of the solution. We are not the part of the problem in bringing the social media tools to our user, but since our users and patrons are well versed with the social media tools, we have to provide a suitable solution to reach out the information resources to our users. It is our responsibility and we are meant for that. Quality or metamorphosis of learning the social media tools or making ourselves prepare to face this new world is what makes Librarian 2.0. And in the beginning of my lecture, I have told you these social media tools also brings certain use misuse, advantages and disadvantages, merits and demerits when we adopt these social media tool based services in our library. So, before implementing any social media tools for our services, we should have a perfect SWOT analysis, that is strength, weakness, opportunity and threats which we face in our library situation in administration, service delivery and in processes in bringing these social media tools. Finally, social media tools are essential to enhance the quality, speed, cost effectiveness, user friendly library services. And we have to grow with the community and reach out to the community. Thank you one and all.